What's up guys, Sean16 here with another Here's What I'm Thinking discussion video, and today I want to talk about Black Panther Wakanda Forever and what I thought about it after recently seeing it. So I recently saw Black Panther Wakanda Forever and I enjoyed watching the film. The movie was emotional as it paid tribute to the late actor Chadwick Boseman. I liked the acting, it was great, and the story was good. This may be the only MCU film that I genuinely liked this year because others like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was not up to par for me. I didn't like its story structure or pacing, to be honest. And Thor Love and Thunder, I chose not to go see and watch, and I'm kind of glad that I didn't because of all the things that came out about that film, from negative reviews to hearing how bad the dialogue is and the story, and that it's treated too comedic, to even hearing about the actors like Chris Hemsworth and Christian Bale speaking out not liking the movie themselves. Plus, I saw a few scene clips online, so I feel like I made the right choice. Phase 4 of the MCU has been a mess since the release of Black Widow, a movie that should have been made prior to Infinity War, and it didn't get any better with the Disney Plus TV shows or other theatrical releases where they were either mid or complete dog shit. With the MCU going into the multiverse storyline angle, we thought this was going to be a fun experience, but because of real world shit like wokeism, activists, Hollywood politics, just an overall agenda or political statement to appease a different type of audience that pisses off the core fan base, causing a war of words between the writers and the fans on social media, has caused the MCU to go on a downhill spiral. The best takeaway from Phase 4 is Spider-Man No Way Home, in my opinion, because I fucking love that movie, but everything else just sucks. Now, I was just partially speaking on the behalf of what I've seen on social media about the current presentation of the MCU. In my personal opinion, most I agree with, some I disagree. Phase 4 has been a real eye-opener to what I like and don't like about the MCU. I liked Shang-Chi, Spider-Man No Way Home, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Marvel's What If, Loki, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye, and Moon Knight. I did not like Black Widow, Eternals, and She-Hulk. Doctor Strange 2 is somewhere in the middle. I like it, but don't like it, I guess. I do believe the MCU has seen a shift in how it presents itself since post-Endgame, with its lackluster storytelling and mid-2000s video game-like CGI, animations, and graphics. I'm still looking at you, She-Hulk. The year of 2022 for Marvel, or just about any other movie this year, hasn't been good. From low box office draws to poor reception from critics, the biggest to suffer is Marvel and Disney. Doctor Strange 2 and Thor 4 made a lot of money, yes, but the critical reviews are what is hurting the product. Because if the storytelling was bad, who's going to show up for the next film? Who's excited for another Doctor Strange film after seeing Multiverse of Madness? I know I'm not. Who's excited for another Thor movie after Love and Thunder? I'm most certainly not. It's really not looking good when going into Phase 5, which I can only hope they knock it out of the park and get it back on track with the next big MCU event within Avengers Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Black Panther Wakanda Forever looked to close off Phase 4. I think the expectations of the film were in a hot and cold situation with fans after the sudden passing of Chadwick Boseman, who played Black Panther / King T'Challa in the first Black Panther film and other MCU films such as Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Endgame. And as also, did his voice for the character in Marvel's What If. There were fans that wanted the Black Panther character to die with Chadwick as a sign of respect and as a tribute to his legacy, but others wanted to see a recast to continue the Black Panther's character story arc following Avengers Endgame. It really put Marvel in the corner of what they were going to do, and in the end, we got the Black Panther dying off screen and paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman under the character, and having the story focus on T'Challa's sister, Shuri. The movie itself, although I said it was good, I thought the movie was very mid, I guess. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Again, it's a good film, one I recommend watching again, but it's like, you know how when it comes to movie sequels and you expect them to do better than the first, and usually the reaction is either it was better than the first or worse than the first? Black Panther Wakanda Forever to me felt like it was on the same bar compared to the first. Like, I can't say it was better than the first Black Panther movie, but it wasn't bad either. The story was very identical and mixed with Black Panther's debut in Captain America Civil War, and is a bit of a retelling from the first Black Panther film. Like, a parent dies by the antagonist, the protagonist deals with grief by going on a quest for vengeance to find and kill the antagonist until they realize they are better than that because of how they were taught and raised by the dead parent, and spare the antagonist's life. Am I wrong?
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Now, I think why it's mid, not only for its story, but because Chadwick Boseman is not in it. His absence due to his untimely passing is really felt. Part of me felt it throughout the whole film, from beginning to end. I just didn't feel ready to see Shuri take up the mantle as Black Panther, at least not yet in the sequel, or at all, to be honest. There was so much more I would have wanted, not only out of Chadwick's performance, but more narrative storytelling of T'Challa as Black Panther. In conclusion, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is a good film. It's as good as the first, and that's as good as it's gonna get. Not better than the first, but not the worst either. It's just on the same level. So that's pretty much all I gotta say on Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and I guess Phase 4 of the MCU. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, smash that like button, comment, subscribe, look me up on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and as always, I'll see you next time.